When does calm become a trap? At the center of today's US-China tariff cyclone, the breeze feels eerily still, until you notice the waves rising on every shore. Washington. Trump's team frames tariffs as leverage for a reciprocal trade order. Treasury Chief Bessent echoed business fears, calling 145% duties untenable, yet the administration remains wary of appearing weak. Corporate America has poured resources into quiet carve-outs and exemptions, showing private lobbying beats public rebukes in Trump's calculus. Beijing. China's foreign ministry video warns the world not to be deceived by the eye of the storm and urges nations to unite against US coercion. State outlets invoke Mao's on protracted war, arguing that quick victory is an illusion and endurance will break American resolve. Economists note that the tariff pain is self-inflicted. US consumers face cost spikes, global firms see supply chain chaos, and Wall Street reacted with sell-offs before lobbying curbed the harshest edges. Analysts at the Atlantic Council warn that China's Coast Guard militarization converts trade pressure into maritime leverage, blurring lines between commerce and security. Asia's hedge. Vietnam ordered a crackdown on fraudulent transshipment to placate Washington and escape a looming 46% tariff. Thailand positions itself to capture US shelf space in pet food and rice, while negotiating relief from a suspended 36% duty. South Korea slapped up to 38% anti-dumping charges on Chinese hot-rolled steel, and Japan imposed duties on graphite electrodes, signaling a region fortifying its own gates. Corporate pushback. Amazon briefly explored showing tariff costs at checkout, triggering a White House outburst that branded the idea hostile. US shoppers already bracing for smartphone exemptions and component shortages glimpsed how tariff transparency could reshape consumer sentiment. Chinese platforms flooded with clips contrasting gleaming metro hubs in Shenzhen with potholes in Pittsburgh, reinforcing Beijing's narrative of American decline. On X, formerly known as Twitter, #tariff storm trended alongside memes predicting 145% inflation on US holiday shopping lists, while Southeast Asian netizens joked that Vietnam's customs crackdown might finally sort out counterfeit designer bags. The PLA's Straight Thunder, 2025. A maneuver encircled Taiwan with 38 naval vessels and 135 aircraft, rehearsing a quarantine scenario that stops short of invasion, yet squeezes the island's economy. New analyses suggest China's Coast Guard could board merchant ships under a customs inspection pretext, weaponizing gray zone law enforcement. Taipei's challenge is political as much as military. President Lai Ching-te governs amid a divided legislature where opposition parties stall defense budgets and energy security bills. America's own credibility wavers after slapping a 32% tariff on Taiwanese goods, meant to show fairness, but seen in Taipei as profoundly unreasonable. Experts fear a feedback loop weakened you. Previous Cold War crises centered on Berlin airlifts and Cuban missiles. Today's flashpoints are container ports and semiconductor supply chains. TSMC chips power AI everywhere, yet face tariff hurdles entering their biggest market. Unlike 20th century blockades, a 2025 quarantine could rely on Coast Guard hulls and customs paperwork, not battleships, lowering escalation thresholds while raising ambiguity. Compromise won't earn you mercy. Kneeling only invites more bullying. We're doing fine with China, but the tariffs will come down. Origin washing is the trade fraud of the decade. The calm eye of the tariff storm is fleeting. Both capitals hint at de-escalation. Trump through tariff cuts, Xi through rhetoric of endurance rather than escalation. But neither wants to blink first. The longer this stalemate persists, the more adjacent economies weaponize their own trade tools, the more gray zone coercion creeps into the Taiwan Strait, and the louder corporate America demands relief at home. Compromise remains possible. Complacency is fatal. If this analysis helped you navigate the swirling trade winds, like comment and share, and subscribe to Omni for sharp, global-minded breakdowns every week. Let's keep the conversation moving forward.